Alrighty. Hold on just a minute. We're going to get this started. I'm probably not going to do this whole debate. We're probably going to do this debate in parts just because I don't like sitting and, you know, talking about stuff. Or I don't like sitting here and just like babbling on about the same topic over and over again for hours. So I'll probably watch it in like 20, 30-minute chunks. Um, Sorry, give me 1 second. All right. So I'm probably gonna do this for like, I don't know. We'll do it wherever I feel like stopping. How about that?
Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you eat. So debaters, we'll have Witchy Bishy go first. Minute, please start speaking around.
Imagine yourself walking into a huge cathedral. And as you walk in, everybody is stopping and dipping their fingers and making the sign of the cross before they walk in. And everyone does this. And as you walk in, they approach the pews where, before taking a seat, they address the idol behind the altar with another sign of the cross and a bow or curtsy before taking their seat. Upon taking their seat, they drop to their knees in supplication to the idol of the familiar, who later they will drink his blood and eat of his flesh to absorb his glory and join him at the table of his Father in heaven. No, this is not a satanic cult. This is not a coven. This is.
All right. So just like a first like handful of things. Right. Um, like, okay. So first, an idol is not just anything. Right. It's something that's used as a replacement of the one true God, like put above the true God. So that's what an idol is. So you could make the claim that well, Christians are not worshiping the one true God, but if you are already conceding that they are, then you would have to understand that that's not an idol that's being used. Also, we'll get to the rest of it
The
in a minute.
Mass
But no,
of the Eucharist. It happens almost every day somewhere in the world. Some small churches only practice it once a month when the circuit priest can come, but they all know the dogma,
they,
the ritual. They all know that at some point a priest is going to take bread over his head and say, "This is my flesh, eat it." And he's going to lift a goblet and say, "This is my blood, drink it." Not only does the entire Mass involve ritual, but it starts out with a blessing of herbs as their priest enters this building, he will bless you with scented herbs and incense. He will ask you to lay down your burdens and confess your sins to the familiar that is idolized on the cross above him. Then you have what's written in the Bible. The Bible specifically carries multiple curses. I throw out a number, I think it's right around a dozen actual curses, and then you bring in the plagues and a few other places. So roughly, let's say under 20, but more than a dozen curses that the Lord God places upon people. Uh, I contend that this is one example of how the church, rather than condemning the craft of magic and witchcraft, actually tries to take a monopoly on it, the way the state does on force. In the Bible,
Well, yes. If orthodoxy is true, which I think it is, then they would have the monopoly on truth and on God's energies, like access to the mysteries. All right. So I don't, maybe not to God's energies themselves. Like that's where he would decide where to put them and allow people to access them in the ways that he deems is necessary for the individual. But when it comes to like the holy mysteries, marriage, the Eucharist, things of that type of nature, things that you can only get through the church, yes, they would have a monopoly on that. Truth itself, even. Yes, the church would have a monopoly on it.
you will also find the word miracle quite a bit. And if you read through the scriptures that contain the miracles, these are magics performed. In one, he turns a whip into a snake. Another is bread uh, becoming multiplied, and fishes becoming multiplied, and water to wine. All of these things reek of magic and the craft. There's
It also something else. I'm pretty sure that a curse from God is not like God like having vengeance or something against the people. It's like a natural effect of people turning away from life and truth itself. So that's why I say like what is America? Yeah, America is a cursed nation right now. Why? Because it's turned its back on God and has decided to commit to um child sacrifice. But that's not God cursing the nation. That's the nation cursing itself. It's turning away from God.
nothing in the Bible that forbids priests from accepting God's gifts and being witness to miracles, but they do condemn a group of people for practicing the craft outside of the church. So I firmly believe that the church is practicing witchcraft.
I mean, it would just depend on what you mean by that, because there's two types of energies, right? There's the demonic energies, which you can interact with, and it draws you away further from God, and can give you like temporary things that ultimately end in nothing but chaos and destruction for you. Or you're interacting with the energies of God, the true fount of life. The things that are old, like the true energies, like the energies of truth itself. They give you access to all that is eternal.
In the day-to-day dogma as well as the liturgy of the Bible. So I don't.
And this is the thing too, like I think if something you can learn from the course of all of human history is that demons are pretty good at tricking you into thinking that you're actually having you're actually getting promises and energies of God when you're actually not, which is another important reason why the church itself would be a very important part of the faith in itself.
I don't think that there was ever an intention to
You
stop
know, because it would be the normative authority to know whether or not you're interacting with the one true God or something that's just lying to you.
magic through the church. It was always to usurp it and call it their own. And with that, I cede my
All right. Thank you for that, Witchy. Emmett, whenever you're ready, your opening statement, please, sir.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much to you, AVG, for allowing me to have debate on your channel. Thank you to, as well to my debate opponent.
Yeah, there's something else I want to talk about. Like, even the idea that, I don't know if she laid it out specifically yet, but there's another part in the debate where she tries to say that it's a blood ritual for the Eucharist, not fully understanding like the mystical nature of what the Eucharist is, which is, you know, extremely difficult, but it's not literally us using blood as a method of connecting to God. It's not us using our own blood as a sacrifice to God so that he could connect with us. It's a mystical, like, kind of, I guess, transformation of the body or the bread and the wine into that. I don't know exactly when it happens, but as far as I know, it does happen at some point.
Uh, our great witch of the West, who has accepted us in this time. I wasn't entirely sure what was going to be her argument in and of itself. There's different pagan traditions. I went to a couple of them so that I had an idea of what exactly we're talking about. It seems to me that we're talking about pretty much neo-paganism and the idea of magic. When it comes to the what they do, what they see is symbology, especially, and the idea of this kind of symbology and how it is that we came to the truths, especially from the past to the present. I'm not gonna try to say that we are better than the past, which mostly we see the world a little bit different. We have, unfortunately, thanks to the technological advances, seen the material world as a more lawful endeavor and less of a magical thing. Well, in the past we had a more of a spirituality, an idea of of how exactly things used to work. So there's a lot of people that take these ideas, especially from the past, for example, the bread and the wine, and the idea of partaking within the energies of God, which would be partaking within His being part of Him in a sense, and take that as this is some kind of magical figurehead. But in reality, we're talking about being part with the one. So I knew she was gonna bring up the Eucharist in some kind of sense as some kind of pagan-ish ritual that, you know, it's supposed to be a consumption of some kind of human and not as the great remembrance and the partaking within the energies of God that we ought to do when it comes to it. When it comes to entering the cathedral, entering the holy space, this is once again a way for us to be part and partaking with the church. So the church is true, the people that go into it, that is the church. It's not necessarily the building in and of itself, but building in and of itself is also part of it because it allows us to partake within the symbology, to understand what exactly is the thing that we are venerating. Okay, the icons in and of itself, for example, we're not saying the icon is God, but we have a veneration for them because there is a remembrance of the person who is considered to be a saint, or well, not consider who is a saint, or in and of itself Jesus Christ, and we are having this kind of remembrance, this kind of idea behind it, which we are partaking within the community. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, like, this is the way that I understand it, is that, to not take part in the icons is to kind of deny a part of what Christ did when he came in the flesh. He came to reunify creation with himself. That's why that's the importance of that's the importance of Christ incarnating as a man. Is he's reunifying creation into himself, and he's reconnecting humans with him,
Sure, which were the
and the icons themselves is a representation of that, and they are windows into heavens in that way. They're like energies working through that.
curses. That was interesting. I would love to know about these dozen curses because I I really would like to understand them in a sense. Now there's also a conflation between miracles and magic as well. Miracles, when it comes to God, he has the capacity to do anything he wants. That is the thing that he can do because he is God, right? So when he has, you know, in the way that the world is created and done in accordance to his will, he has humbled himself so that we can understand him and know him through a miracle. That would be something that has to be celebrated and venerated for him because he is God. But I think magic is the opposite. Magic is the idea, and this is why it's completely destroyed by the ideas of the church, that that you are putting yourself above the creation and the capacity of God, and you are the one who is capable of changing the laws of physics, the laws of logic, so that you can get it. Most of the time, we see that as lying because you don't have that capacity. Thus, it is the reason why we say that the witches are not or the pagans are not part of the church and will never be part. It's not necessarily because we think they're using some kind of superpower because they don't have it. It's more of they're lying to you. So you have to understand that the lies of what they're saying is the capacity that they have. This is why Satan is considered to be the Lord of lies. Now, as you say, I want to go into this. It's really interesting, especially when it comes to some of the ideas like the liturgy of the Bible. I never heard of that, and I think it's very interesting that you mentioned it. And I would like to have some of these clarifications. So, without further ado, I thank once again both of you, and I see the rest of my time.
Thank you, Emmett. All right, so now we are at the open portion of the debate, open dialogue. That's for, again,
Yeah, like ultimately, whatever everything that Evan said that was true.
is for an hour
It's just
and 30 minutes. But of course, if you guys reach a point where you don't think that anything else needs to be discussed, let me know. I will start that as soon as somebody starts speaking. This is your time to ask your opponent your questions.
Is it okay with you, Witchy, if we could start with the curses? You're muted, by the way.
Of course I am. Is my volume better, by the way?
I turned it up in the back.
Okay, I also went and I've turned on the background noise thing, so hopefully I can share this screen. I am not the best at tech, so let's see.
Just let me know if you can't. I'll bring it up. I'm just gonna pause the 1 hour and 30 minutes because it. Oh,
It should be
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
For all in chat, we're obviously looking at the online King James Bible. Go ahead. The floor is yours, Witchy.
Mhm.
Because they met not the children of Israel with bread and with water, but hired Balaam against them, that he should curse them. Howbeit our God turned the curse into a blessing. Magic. Christ hath redeemed us from this curse of the law, being made a curse for us. So let him curse, because the Lord hath said unto him, curse David. Curse ye, Miraz, said the angel of the Lord. Curse ye bitterly the inhabitants thereof, because they came not to the help of the Lord, to the help of the Lord against the mighty. And he shall cause, this is the one you're going to want to focus on based on what I saw of your sources. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causes the curse.
Uh-huh.
And the water that causeth the curse shall enter into her and become bitter.
Okay.
I will. Is that enough?
Well, I want to know which is the curse, because you said that it was during liturgy and it started with a dozen curses. So what are the curses? Not that it says curses in the Bible, because yeah, there's the idea
These are
of the curse in the
curses.
Bible can be,
These are curses that he put upon people. If you want
yeah.
something that's more commonly known, you can talk about the plagues, where the
No,
firstborn
I'm talking about
children,
liturgy.
the
But when we start in your opening statement, my apologies. In your opening statement, you say, imagine you go into a cathedral and there's a priest, and even before the whole thing starts, there's a dozen curses being said. So, what are the curses that are being said in the liturgy or in the mass or
Oh,
during
I didn't
church?
say that there were curses in the mass. The mass I described, and then afterwards I said in the Bible,
Oh, in the Bible.
the liturgy of the saints in the Bible is full
Hmm.
of curses, curses that God placed upon humans, the enemies of His people.
Well, I mean, no, that's not what any of that really means. It's not him putting a curse. These people, like, that these curses are on are the people who refuse to join and to cooperate with Christ. So it's not. This is the problem with a lot of. I even want to just look. Let's see. Let's look at one of these in the. One of these in the group. Pretty much the same, but like it's ultimately just, even if you were to face like this, some of these verses, even like the perspective that you take changes the meaning of what it even means. You have to have a proper framework to even understand what's being said here. So even like even the way that this word curse is being used, it could just be deny and do not, you know, just deny them. Deny them, they have already run from me. So why would you treat them as though they're, why would you even treat them as though they are valid in the way that they're conducting themselves in a nation? So just deny them.
Over and
Yeah,
over and
there is
over
a
again.
it, the only problem with that is that would be dependent, right? For example, last time we read the Numbers, one of the things that you say is that it refers to an infant inside of the woman, but whenever you read it, there's no infant mentioned inside of a woman. It just says that she will wither within, and it can be done
It does.
directly
If you read
because
further in
of
Numbers,
her.
it tells you that she will wither and be barren, not be able to bear children, and she will wither, and it will curse her
Yeah, she
entire
will.
family line.
She will wither, okay, but it doesn't mention there's going to be a child. In fact, it also says that if you drink from the water and you haven't um if you haven't been with the husband, if you haven't done, oh god, forgotten not
Adultery
the
is the
word.
word you want
Yeah,
to make.
if you haven't done adultery, nothing will happen to you. So
Right, which means that not only is there a curse, but it's attached to a familiar Jesus, through Jesus to God,
Jesus,
as a way to protect uh, the rights of the man. Like
this is
this is the thing
we're
is
talking about numbers.
right.
Numbers is
So
the
we
Old
go straight
Testament.
to
There's no
God in Numbers.
Jesus.
you just go straight to God in Numbers, but the modern day Christian doesn't go straight to God anymore. The modern day Christian goes through Christ to God. For some reason, it switched from the Old Testament to the New Testament, where before you could just talk directly to God, but now you have to go through Jesus or something after eating
Well,
his body and drinking his blood.
this is what I was
And only
talking about
after
when
eating.
Well, no, the angel of the Lord and the Holy Spirit have always been in operation uh in the world. Like, you can pray directly to the Father. The Father can even answer you. Like that's the, but be honest, I don't understand the whole idea. I guess it's just like a complete like misunderstanding of like what the nature of the Trinity is and within itself. Like a lot of these people don't like comprehend it, so they just like add whatever they want to it. It's really weird and gay, but it's also very Protestant. So I don't know. Like it's, yeah. Well, even if it's Protestant, that just makes it weird and gay still. But
Eating his
comes to the
body and drinking his
ideas of
blood. Because how dare you talk to Jesus if you haven't eaten his body and drank his blood?
you got some hate mail. Well, you know, we all knew that was going to happen. I understand why he did it, but one time I wanted Emmett to be full on meanie, and he was all professional and shit. Well, it's like well, this is the thing. There's a difference between like open panels. There's also a difference between like the type of debate like that. I don't think that being mean would actually do anything to her. I think that that's what she was looking for to happen, and because it didn't happen in the actual debate itself, a lot of the criticisms that she was going to have and the cope that she had for losing the debate ultimately was kind of nulled out.
no, you can talk to Jesus without drinking his body, and it's just you're you're mistaking some of the ideas with when it comes to the Bible. As I said at the beginning, not the Bible. When it comes to the church,
And even within what they were talking about with the curse of the bitter water, right? That is ultimately like reliant on what the person themselves has done. They have chose to break a covenant within that God has blessed them with, and they've cursed themselves.
the church has uh, the church has a way of doing things which have come to us with tradition, and the ideas of them is to showcase the things that we ought to do as Christians. But those kind of ideas have a lot of metaphysical forms. They're not necessarily just some kind of physical representation of something that we are doing as a cannibals, which makes no sense. The
I didn't say
point of
anything about
partaking within the
cannibalism.
energies is
I didn't say
no,
anything about
I know,
cannibalism. It's the
I know, but
symbolism of the blood rite. You are meant to believe that you are joining
no.
as one with Jesus, who is the familiar who you talk to get to your God for powers and miracles and uh, all the things heaven.
Well, yeah, but blood rites usually require the use of your own blood. It's like, as far as I understand, like at least of most of like the blood rite rituals that I've learned about over the course of looking into pagan types of ideologies, um, in practice, like it's usually like a mixture of human and animal blood that somehow alters it to making it pleasing to whatever god that they're serving to. It's not the same as the Eucharist. It's not even in the same ballpark. It's just conflating terms and trying to make a term ultimately in a way meaningless, because the blood rite rituals are something very specific. You're over broadening the term to make it like a weird type of argument. It's like a, what is it? I don't know if this is a definite fallacy, but it's pretty close. Let me see. For an informal logical error that occurs when someone defines a term in a biased, self-serving. Yeah, okay, so it is a definite fallacy.
Will give you.
It would do a lot of baby laugh a lot for one, but like I said again, yeah, sometimes in the war, the intellectual wars, sometimes you have to not give somebody what they want because it makes them look a little crazier when they react. They didn't get what they want, but they wanted to react in a certain way afterwards. So it makes them look crazy.
Well, he's not a familiar. He's God himself.
I mean, a witch's familiar is herself. So I don't see how that's any different. You read that in your sources, right? Or
A witch is
did you just
familiar
want
is
me to read your
herself.
sources?
No, I did read the sources. It was as I said, it's interesting. But fine, let's go there for a second. Is what is a familiar in accordance
A
to you?
familiar to a witch, to most witches, a familiar is
Yeah.
can be one of two things. It can be a source of power. Some people would call it a daemon. Not everybody does.
Uh-huh.
That she communes with, or it
Okay, so like what I'm getting out of that is like just from the statement, a witch's power or a witch's familiar is herself. She is her own source of power. So yeah, that would be completely and totally opposite of what the Christian ideal is. Like the Christian idea of the whole thing, and even the idea of gaining power. That's not what being a Christian is. Being a Christian is, holy shit, I'm a piece of garbage that's that has all these injuries and wounds and this disease that's destroying me. Please, God, help me to cure this disease so I may better serve you, so that I could help others be cured like me.
it could be
Like, it's just a complete misunderstanding of the whole nature of what Christianity is versus paganism, like or pagan like witchcraft.
uh, in some cases they try to say it's a cat, but
It's just a definite fallacy. This whole thing's just a big ass definite fallacy.
it's really not a cat. It's another representation of herself that can take an animal form, and that's her connection to the power source.
So
It's
you're
part
saying
of
that
her
it can be either a source of power or some kind of animal that represents her.
that connects her to the source. So, somewhat like the way Jesus connects you to the source of power in God.
Okay. Okay. So in your eyes, God is using a familiar so that we can connect to the source of power. Because
Right. He had to come in the
if
flesh in order to connect with you, right? Isn't that
yeah,
what your
okay,
Bible
fine.
preaches?
Well, I was gonna ask you this directly. If does the witch uses the familiar to connect to anybody else, or is that a way for her to connect to something else?
To the source. Some of us might even call it God or goddess. I prefer just
Yeah,
the
but
source because
it's
I don't like
directed to
incarnate.
him, right? Like the witch is using that to connect to something greater. How exactly
Yes.
is God using Jesus to connect to something greater?
God is using Jesus to allow you to connect to him.
Okay, so I just did like a little loose like Google search on like the historical argument that the familiar is herself, is the witch itself. Um, no, the whole idea is that the familiar is like a signal, a spire of a pact that you've made with a demon, pretty much, and that it is. And the way I'm seeing it being right now is it's an outside entity that represents. It's like an inhabitant, like an animal familiar, and a demon inhabits that animal, which would be idolatry, first of all, and um, that animal is then used as a conduit to the demonic energies of that animal, of that demon that they've made the pact with. So that I don't know why. I think that's the argument she was trying to make, that Jesus is that same thing, but um, it's not, because Christ was not summoned by us so that we can partake in powers that we could then use. God Himself uses us to not. God uses us and God uses us to do things. We don't use God to do things we want. Hey, Sweater.
Him. He is the something greater.
Did
He
you
is
check
the
out the
source, the
Afterpay? It
one
was
true
great.
source. In your
Well, I'll probably check out when she Rage Quit. I didn't pay attention to that because I was doing other stuff.
Bible, he is the one true God, the one true source,
Can
the
he
Alpha
connect
and
with
the Omega.
anybody? Could he connect, for example, with Moses without using Jesus?
Yes, and that's why I said for some weird reason in your Bible, you guys switched from talking directly to God to using a familiar in Jesus to as a pathway to God. But for some reason, Moses was granted magic powers to
Yeah, he,
Well, as far as I understand it, hold on, I need to hear that again.
using a familiar in Jesus to as a pathway to God. But for some reason, Moses was granted magic powers to
Well, I mean, yes, Christ is the path, right? But the idea is that he's leading you down that path. The path is basically his footsteps. As far as I understand, the footsteps that he takes are the ones that you're supposed to take. So he's a leader. He's leading you. And you're following that path that he makes.
yeah, he was granted
open
miracles,
the
right?
part the Red Sea and pull manna from the air to walk his people through the desert. And he lived what, hundreds of years? Like Moses was
The pride, could you imagine? Christ, I summon thee to come down with your Holy Spirit and grant me the power of grade school. it's weird.
pretty amazing with the magic he was
Yeah,
granted from your God.
he was granted miracles, right?
Magic. What's the difference?
Well, the that's the difference. The difference is what I said at the beginning of. In one case, it's God Himself using His power to create the capacity to even challenge the way that He set the universe. In the other is you as a person, the individual, are the one who's using, I don't know how exactly, the power to go against how God set up the universe. So one is God Himself taking the power and doing what He wants to do with it because He can, because He's God. And the other is you are the one who is going to use His power against His design, which I don't know how exactly would that work.
So my understanding of what you're saying, just before I counter it, so I'm clear, is you
Mhm.
believe that a witch is using power to go against the design of the one true God.
What is a spell exactly?
A prayer,
Just a
a
prayer
gratitude, a supplication,
for
a
what?
request.
A request. Usually it's a
Prayer,
request, right?
supplication. I gave you all kinds of synonyms.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of interesting ways that you could use spell as like a method of saying, of doing that. Like, hold on.
They all mean the same thing.
So the idea is because you talk about using magic, and you mentioned the idea of using magic, for example, for Moses. So Moses parted the sea. So what would be the idea of a witch? A witch would like to use magic to do something with it, right?
Well, yes,
Yes.
uh, typically, most of what witchcraft is
All right, so like this would be what I would actually define as a spell. This is the way that I've come to understand what a spell really is in the context of like history throughout the medieval era and stuff. Like a spell is like a phrase or a charm believed to have magical powers to deceive people. Like they're kind of like illusions. It's kind of like it's kind of like convincing. Here we could use it out of an asshole example right now, which I mean it's still what I think is true, but um like say you tell somebody that you don't need to worry about the church or the institution of God. You've got everything that you need in yourself, and you already have the Holy Spirit. You don't need to actually confirm that with anything. You just have it because you've read it in this page, this book. That would be like a demonic spell or delusion that's cast against you.
Is making supplications to the one source to have the power to do the things I need to do.
Okay. In the
Isn't that
idea of
what Moses
Moses,
did? He said, God,
no.
help me, show me the way. And
Mhm.
God parted the Red Sea for him, correct?
In a little different sense, but yes, it was.
How?
This is
It's
part
a
of his design.
supplication. It's a
Well, the
supplication. How
difference is,
can you prove to me that your
Bill and
God
requests are not
isn't the same
synonymous.
one
Yeah.
source that I'm talking about?
I think God
And
is
I
the one
connect
true
with and
source,
help
but I
me
don't think you have
to
access
do
to
what I
it
need.
without the idea of the church, right? So that would be the difference. But before we move to that, when you're talking about Moses, and I will answer both. When it comes to Moses, Moses had a revelation. God himself revealed to him. He said, "I am who I am," and then he did all the things in accordance to his plan. Moses was being used by God to do what he ought to do, so that we can have his revelation in the world. That is him doing accordance to his plan. If Moses, which he did, okay, he went against God at some point, what did God do? He went on and said, "You will never see the promised land because you went against my design." That is exactly the way that he would do it, because he has the authority to act. When it comes to me, how is how do I know that it's not the one true source? Well, God has specific designs on how he wants him to be worshipped. What is the things that what are his promises directly? And he has made the revelation available for everybody. So if you are going against his revelation and against what he has decided to ask of you, for example, go to liturgy, for example, be part of the Orthodox Church. If you go against those kind of things, then at one point or another, you are the one who is trying to usurp his source of power to create some kind of thing that you don't have any authority over. Thus, that's what I was talking about in the opening statement. Once
What
we
makes you so
see,
sure that's not his plan also? I mean, you believe your God is omnipotent and omniscient and all the omnis, right? So if your God is
omnipotent,
all of those
omnipresent,
things, how do you know that whatever
omnipotent.
power I actually do gain access to isn't only the power he gives me because my will aligns with his will?
All right. So look, I'm going to bring this up because this is something that I've come to a conclusion with, and this is oh shit, wrong button. This is something that continuously comes up. I think it comes from a weird Platonistic like mixture of Christianity and hold on. Let me find the damn thing. Where did I put it? I've got too much shit on this computer. Good lord. All right, so this is something that I've been talking about. I've been trying to help people understand a little bit more. Let me get this. Okay, so this is how this shit works. They take the three omnis and a lot of like Protestant Christology and stuff, because they deny like the authority of the church itself, which has the nature of God that's expressed through it. They don't have access to the nature, so they take the capabilities, the philosophical capabilities, and they try to derive his nature from his capabilities because they don't have the church, which reveals his nature to you. So they take like this is where the free will thing kind of comes from. Is God is omnipotent, and what was it? Fuck, I can't remember what the omnis are called. Hold on. But pretty much here, I'll just go with the basics. God is all powerful and God is all knowing. So by that idea, because he is all powerful and that he knows everything that's going to happen, there is no free will because he already knows what's going to happen, and he did it, and he is this way, so that makes it impossible for you to ever make decisions for yourself. Like this is where broken Christology kind of I think comes from, is taking the omnis and trying to derive God's nature from the capabilities that he has. I'm gonna do like 10 more minutes of this. I'm gonna play a game. She'd first have to give evidence she has a special access to power as she claims, and then she would have to give evidence that that power is from God. She would fail both. Yeah, there's that as well.
Will in that moment.
Because you have something that is in accordance to his design, where you have this thing called free will. That is his design that you have it. Okay, and the point
Right,
is,
but once I get the power, how do you know that
uh
he's only letting me have access to what power I need to do the parts of what is my will that falls in line with his? Like, you
well,
really
you don't
think that
have
an
the
all
power.
powerful God is going to allow me to have access to his very own power in a
Yeah, no.
way that would go against his design?
It's also like a really weird idea. It's like, well, why wouldn't God just do what I want because it's what he wants too? How do you know that? First of all, how do you even know that? And why would it even matter if you both of your wills aligned? Like you are to align yourself with God. God is not supposed. You're not both supposed to just meet in the middle. That doesn't make any sense. That's also another weird assertion that's made.
Or would it have to be part of his design?
I'm saying you don't have the power. You're lying when you say you have the power. It's a lie. And that is the big part of the lie, is you say that, and that's the reason why we are completely against witchcraft, because you think you're full of lies. You come up with your divination, which is full of lies, and you come up with the idea of spells that will use the power of God, but you don't have access to it, so it's a lie.
Divination is lies. What about the book of
Yes.
Revelation? That's divination. Seers wrote that.
God
What?
has the power of revelation. In accordance to him,
And
he
if
can go
God gives
ahead and
someone
give
the
us the
power of
ideas of what
revelation,
God's
who
will
are
to
you
come.
to question who God gives that
Divination is like fucking tea leaves and shit, dude. It's not like that's you discerning fucking future happenings from or deeper meaning from like tea leaves and shit. It's not direct revelation.
power to?
You don't have that power. Nobody else,
How
but
do you know?
within the
I
people in
don't
the
claim to
church
have the
have
power
that
of
power.
divination, by the way. I am not a seer. I've never claimed to be. But how do you know that the women who are seers are not given
And
that
even
same
then, like as far as I understand, like revelation is it's like a now a now thing, a past thing, and a future thing. It's something that's just always occurring. So it's not like literally all of it's not like literally predicting the future. It's just like the mechanisms of the world, kind of, and how it all eventually ends.
power by God? What
Because the
gives you the
lies,
authority to say that their power of divination isn't granted to them in the same way that the revelations were granted by God?
because the only way that you can have said power is if you humble yourself to God, and the only way to do that is through the church. If you don't, if you think that it's
How do
upon
you know that they
yourself,
don't?
if you think it's only through yourself, that is a lie. That is in fact the lies of lies. The idea of I have the power because it's through me would be a lie. Because you are not God, you're not omnipotent. The only one who has the capacity of action in that sense is God Himself.
So, do you
Yeah.
believe that wherever two or more gather in my name, I reside?
What is my name mean?
The name Yahweh, Jesus. Where two or more
Okay,
gather in my name, I
This
reside.
is my favorite argument. I love using this argument. I love this argument so much because it's always like, would you think two or more gathered in my name? Okay, you could just go ahead and grant them it means what they think it means. What does it mean? What does in my name mean? What does the idea? What does the name itself even mean? What does the name mean? What is it? What does Jesus mean? What is his? It's a nature question. It's a question of his nature, and they don't have. And a lot of people don't have access to it. They just grant themselves that they have access to the nature of God and they can fully understand it.
Wherever two
yeah,
people are
that
gathered
is
to speak of me, I am. There is my church. That's
Correct.
my
That would be correct for the people who are following his name and who are in accordance to him, Christians.
so so how do you know that
No,
a coven doesn't hold church?
what?
How do, because they are not
Have you ever
following
been to
the
one?
revelation of how to act in accordance to Christianity. So you have to, for example, you would have to you would have to know, you have to be part of the church, not necessarily know. You have to be part of the church and follow the decrees that have been given to us so that we are part of it. The moment you're not following, you're not part of you're not in communion with the church. That will be the moment you're
Who
not
gets
part of
to
it.
judge that?
In this case, it would be church authority. There's other,
The
yeah,
normative
So humans
authority,
judge you, not God.
the normative authority of the church, which is a holy institution guided by the Holy Spirit. So no, it would still be God that ultimately makes that decision throughout the course of time
well,
and the preservation of what has been directly revealed to them by the apostles. So that's how it works,
the
as far
you
as I
have to
understand it, at
understand that the
least.
church itself is a holy institution. So it's directed by Jesus Christ Himself. It cannot be corrupted, and it has the capacity to make this kind of judgments directly because it has the authority.
Yes, granted by
So it
Christ.
usurps the power of God upon itself. The same thing.
No, just complete misunderstanding and not capable of actually engaging with the conversation. This is what I mean. Like, it's weird Protestant stuff, Protestant criticisms. That's just, I don't know who gave her that argument, but that's not how you defeat this question, that answer.
You're accusing witches of doing.
Who
And
is doing
and
that exactly?
and reserves the power of magic only for itself by classifying any witchcraft that isn't part of
No,
the
because
church's
magic is
own
self-serving.
craft to be satanic and evil and against God.
No, because magic is self-serving. You are serving yourself with the idea of magic. You're not actually
How do you
serving
know
God.
that?
In this case, is
I would say this, like, I think at most, I won't say all, because I don't know the workings of God and how he would operate within a, this is kind of fallacious to even say this. This is just like a personal opinion. I would say that most, if not near all, things that happen outside of the church. Hold on, let me make sure
Be
that I'm.
satanic and evil and against
Most things that would have. Okay, that's what I didn't want to be. Need to be reminded of. I would say that most of the energies that people engage with outside of the church, most of them would be demonic energies, and you that would be the safest bet until you could find a normative authority,
God.
no,
which would be the Orthodox Church. They have the best argument to be that normative authority, by the way.
because magic is self-serving. You are serving yourself with the idea of magic. You're not actually
How do you
serving
know
God.
that?
In this case, is we already
How,
went
how
through.
And just to expand on that a little bit, it's through apostolic succession. You can actually see and trace down the priests. There is a list. You can find it online, and that shows like the apostles from from then to now, and you can also find where Polycarp and people like that, their writings and stuff. You can confirm that this is things that were consistently taught throughout the church, so it would be still that true place. All the teachings are pretty consistent,
do you know that? Moses and his people getting
and
across.
even the ones that I think maybe aren't, I don't think that I have the capability of even understanding if they are or aren't, because I don't think I know enough yet.
Across the sea wasn't self-serving.
It
It
was a
may
self-serving.
have been
That
serving
is
God's plan. I ain't arguing that, but it was also self-serving. And in those
no, it
moments
wasn't.
where my plan aligns up with the one source, those are the moments I get to have power to my plan. And that's why I
That
work
was
to align my plan with the one
mhm.
source, just like every good Christian does.
That was directly God showing Himself and part of His revelation, so that you may know Him. And He came to a
And
specific
God
time and
doesn't show
frame.
himself anymore? Or God
He
only
does
shows
through the
himself to the
church.
people you believe
Yep.
are ordained
Yep.
to receive it.
He
Moses
does
was
through the
ordained
church.
before God came to him. Noah was
No,
ordained before God came to him by the church.
uh, no. The
Mary
Uh,
was
this is what
ordained before
again.
God came to
You're
her
not
through an
understanding.
angel.
You're not understanding the differences between what is a now and a then. You're making a fallacy, a historical fallacy, right? In the past, before God had revealed himself, he had to reveal himself. He did it through people, so he had the revelation, and through the revelation he was able to come to grant us the knowledge necessary so that we can become part of the church. And then he built the church for us, and now the revelation is done through the church. So it's pretty simple right now. God is revealing himself every day, and he does it directly through the church so that we can partake within him. So it's not magic. Magic is a self serving idea. I will use the spell so I can get stuff. In the church is a different idea. The difference, I will serve the church so I can partake within the energies of Jesus Christ
It's
and
still the
with God
same thing.
himself.
It's still a spell. You
No,
can't.
Well, this is the thing. Like the church reveal, like is the thing of revel, like it's used as the revelatory tool to other people. That's why you see people saying come to liturgy and stuff like that. It's a part of what I would hope if I'm saying that that's not actually coming from me. But I don't know that. I just do that as a duty bound thing. But it's also like the nature of the way that the church operates in comparison to like witchcraft. Like it's not a self-serving thing. We're not getting people to come to liturgy because I think that it makes me feel good about myself or I'm getting something out of it. It's more so like a duty bound thing. It's not based on feeling or anything like any kind of self-serving feeling or thing that we would get out of it.
in
You
one
still
you are
can't argue
serving
me the
and it's not
difference between
self-serving, and the
a
other is
miracle and
self-serving.
magic. You can't show the difference between a spell and prayer.
Or
Are you trying
me,
to
I
say
guess.
something
I
maybe?
should say we.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I
No,
thought
she
you said
no, I can say I can
That's
share the
that.
difference. In fact, the basic idea of a prayer is gratitude. You give thanks to God. That's what you do in prayer. You thank Him for the blessings that you've received, including being alive, for example. When it comes to spells are not gratitude. In fact, most of the time is something that is self-serving. You're trying to utilize the supposed power of God to your own benefit. That is a different.
Yeah, like even if you were to like ask for something, right? It would still be at the end of the prayer, or there would still be this idea that you would always concede, not my will be done, your will. So it's not doing something to gain from it. It's just like this is what I think I need. If you provide it to me, um, by your will, thank you. If you do not provide it to me by your will, thank you. It's thank you either way.
Difference. The other difference is one, you're serving the church. Your idea is I will do what I ought to do in accordance to the church to serve it. While in the other one is a self-serving action. You are serving yourself.
so. Your argument is
Service. That's
off.
what I was trying to think of.
No, my
Like
Not
argument
duty.
you
is a
will do what
difference
you ought
between
to do
myself.
to serve the church. You literally said it. I mean, your argument is ought, what you ought to do for the church. Here, let me make something
My
clear about
argument,
witchcraft
if
that
you
you're
want.
missing out on here, because witchcraft
Mhm.
is a broad spectrum, and the majority of practicing witches that I know, and I happen to know quite a few, being one, thank you,
Okay.
but the majority of witches I know
Yeah, this is fallacious.
practice within a strict confine of
This is
do as
anecdotal.
you
It doesn't
must,
matter.
harm none. And
Mhm.
if you don't understand what that means, it means it's not about self serving. Do as ye must. And that means do the work. Do
Mhm.
the work. You can't
Do the
just
work of what? Do the work of who?
like with prayer, you can't go and pray to God like the priest, oh God, I need a new roof, help me win the lottery. And God finally comes back, well, buy a fucking lottery ticket, dude. Like you have to do the work in witchcraft, just like you have to do in Christianity to supplicate yourself to the powers. And gratitude is part of that.
Yeah, so that you get what you want.
Make offerings. Do you see what everybody always asks about back here? This is my altar to
I
my
mean, that's like the biggest difference between this, right? Is give me what I want versus I do your will. I serve you.
mother, my saint.
My.
And it's beautiful and it has
Why would it matter if it's a saint? I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit about her mother. I'm hopefully like Sure, she was a wonderful woman, all that good stuff. But why would it matter if you think she is a saint? Why would she need to be a saint for you? That's like the part of the problem, is it's about you. It's about you.
Offerings, and it
Mhm.
means something. And it requires supplication and gratitude and sacrifice. We do know no difference. The only difference is we in my point of view is we don't think we own a monopoly on this connection. We believe every spirit is connected fully. All they have to do is choose to look at it. And if you want to look at it through the
Well, it's not a monopoly, but it is the normative means. To know God, the normative means would be through the church. Doesn't mean that you could not randomly either get struck by a bolt of lightning of salvation and you just be saved because God just wants you to. That could happen, I guess, but the normative way that you would reach God and to form a connection with Him would be through the church.
lens of Jesus, it doesn't matter. It's still the same source, it's still the same magic. The difference is I accept that I am here to be God's hand, as you would put it, and I do the work. I have things
Yeah,
set in front of me to do
How do you know that? How do you know that?
as opposed to
It's just an
following my
assertion.
own will.
yeah, that's what it means, right? Is at the end of the day, it becomes an I thing. I am doing the work. I am doing the thing. I got the connection. I am making all this. I don't say I when it comes to me. The argument is not the ought. The argument is you are a self-serving idea of you have a self-serving idea of what God connection or what the God connection to God is, while the church has a different complete idea. Okay, the church is the connection. We have one road, we have one path, we have to follow said path to have any kind of connection. It is not upon me, it's upon the church. I humble myself to the church so that I can have said connection. It's not about me. I'm not gonna get, in fact, I will say, whenever I talk to people a lot of the time, I tell them, if you go to church and you become part of it, that your life is not going to become easier. It's not going to be the thing that's going to make it better in the grand scheme of things. It might be that it's going to be harder for you, but you do it because that is the correct path so that you can take it and you can actually partake with the energies. And at the end of the day, follow and find the fruits of the spirit. But it's not an I thing. It's not a me thing. It's a serving attitude. It's about helping the other. It's about doing what is right. It's about, understanding that this is not my power. This is God's power. And being with Him is way more important than trying to serve myself. When you say the do as thou wilt, because that is the same principle, okay? It's pretty much the same principle. It's do whatever you want. If you don't harm anyone, what is the wrong with that? Do whatever you want. In our case, it's not that. It says don't do whatever you want. Follow the will of God. That is what you ought to do. That is the
Yep.
difference between the two ideologies and the two differences. And in fact, the fact that we know that there is a big difference between them both shows that Christianity is not witchcraft, because one is self-serving and the other one is fulfillment towards the service of God.
Here's the facts, though. You're mistaken. You're
Mm.
completely mistaken. You keep bringing up the self-service.
You just you just said it was self-serving. You just made the assertion that your mother is your saint. What does that even mean? How do you even know that you serve the hand of God? How do you know that you are the hand of God? How do you know these things? You have no ability to, like, authoritatively make that statement. It's just an assertion. It's a problem of not having a normative authority. You're just saying stuff. And then, like, it ultimately, like, this is the whole idea of it, is that she's claiming to have powers that align her, like, and they're using power, and that she gets to use this power where her will and where God's will would align. I don't know what God she's talking about, but we'll just go on good faith. That is an assertion of self-serving. You are serving yourself and saying that because it aligns with God, that then it is good. But that's not what that. It's not how that works. Um, even if God, through the normative authority of the church, is telling you to do something that's directly opposite of what you want to do, you would still do it. You would still be by the will of God. You would still submit yourself to the church because that is the will of God. Like that's just it. Like if you have a bad position, you or a bad practice in what you're doing, if the church says stop, you stop, whether you think it's right or not.
And humble, as though witches aren't humble. We humble ourselves only to the source, though, not to man. And God said that, humble yourself only before me. Do not make gods amongst yourself. He said that. Do not make idols and gods amongst yourself. Humble yourself before
Yeah.
me. And you
Well,
humble
it would seem to me as though that she's made an idol of herself and her own will.
yourself to a priest. Like, you're not
And you humble yourself to none, right?
representing that humility only belongs in the church. Humility is part of witchcraft too. Without being humble to what I get the things from, then I lose them as fast as I get them, just like in the miracles of the church. And you also mentioned, I think, several times about self serving. Most of the work of a witch is serving her community. Historically and in modern day, witches were there to provide comfort to the ailing, to give justice to those who felt wronged, and to give support to people who were left by the wayside, like Jesus did, caring for the lepers and the whores.
Yeah, he was using his power to care for the others, right? And he can
And,
have
and
that
you
power
don't
because
think that
he's
your
God.
God is the only one who could be granting these powers to these witches who cared for the self same
Well,
people that
he
your
was
Jesus
God.
cared for?
And this is the idea, right? It's the snake oil is the snake oil salesman. The snake oil salesman will be exactly doing the exact same thing that you say. He will go around selling this magical potion that cures everybody, and everybody knows about it. But at the end of the day, it was snake oil. It didn't mean anything. It was nothing because he
Those
was
aren't true
lying.
witches. Those aren't true witches any more than the charlatans in evangelicals. I'm not bringing up evangelicals against you. Don't bring up the charlatans selling snake oil against
Well,
you.
no, like this is the thing too. This is something that I kind of wish. This is one critique I will have on Emmett with this debate. Is that because this is just something I've been thinking about lately, of having like a historical argument and from what a witch is. Maybe it happens later on in a part I didn't that I haven't watched, but the parts that I did, what I'm just saying is that having a historical standard of what a witch is, and making her understand that what she's doing right now is a no true Scotsman fallacy, but you can um, show that somebody's either part of this or not based on like different types of standards. One being historical, with and you could use that to kind of beat her over the head with it that she is actually not a true witch. If this is the belief structure that she has, then she herself is not a true witch. She's just making the claim that she's not a true witch. Anyways, I think I'm done with this for right now. I'll probably go back to it at some point, but I'm just kind of getting bored with it, and I kind of want to do some other stuff. I think we're going to play probably some Final Fantasy VII. Play PoE too, bro. I've played it. I'm just in my Final Fantasy zone right now. Has it popped up? Yes. Plus, I'm probably not gonna get to play it very much during this week because during the week I try to play horror games. Let me see if there's anything going on anywhere. Doing a druid build with a wolf pack. I was playing a lightning witch for as I was playing through the first time. It's been a while though. Hell, one day I might just make because I know Emmett has it. Maybe I'll just make a PoE to the boys stream or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to ask Emmett about that stuff too. Let's see. What is going on with Confluence before I get started? Because maybe I can. Because I know the topic that he was talking about was interesting. I don't like. This is my thing. I don't like dealing with atheists. Atheists are kind of like really super arrogant to think that they could even have an opinion to begin with. So it's like really annoying to deal with them because they don't have any sort of humility or anything like that. They just go, "Well, I'm personally not convinced. Okay, I don't fucking care."
And you start seeing mutually
Oh shit! Hang on.
exclusive methods to arrive at X, Y, and Z goal, then no, that's when diversity falls apart. But as far
Right.
as racial diversity goes, like who cares? It's really about the ideology and how well it gels with the whole.
It is 2026 after all. Dark Abe.
I'm going to take this to a logical extreme, actually. If you have a whole bunch of fine-tuned robots that all function exactly how they're supposed to function, things are really, really harmonious and things function really, really well. So I would say that any level of diversity actually diverts from harmony.
I would
Okay.
disagree with that because if you
No
look at a
crosstalk.
symphony,
No
I'm sorry.
crosstalk.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I don't really give a shit about that. I'm kind of bored of philosophy and this like philosophy shit. I'm in my theological maxing right now. Theology maxing. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna play this then. I didn't see anything else happening. I don't even remember what was happening in the game. I know there was a G-side that happened. I'd be down for that. Let me know. I will. Can't believe it with yeah. Like this is my my kid loves like she loves like Final Fantasy stuff a little bit, but she also the thing that she really likes though is like I bought this Hello Kitty game so that she could play it, and that's the thing she wants to play 24/7. It's been months now. That's all she wants to play. I will be honest, like really wish I could get her to like something else. I remember what was going on. The fuck is this? You opened up all those things without asking. What are you talking about? I'm raiding the damn Pokemon special days. Here, take the money. Okay, now can I rob you? I don't want your money. Avalanche ain't no pack of criminals. We just want what your boss stole from us. We ain't gonna hurt you. We might even pay you if you help us. Well, I don't see anything that I need. I have stuff that I could just get rid of. I don't need these bronze bangles anymore. Can I steal now? No, alright, well, fuck you then. They have one. Oh, good lord. Hell, I may end up going back to that debate at some point. I just get, like, this is my thing. I don't like debates kind of bore me after a little bit. I don't like it. I just ain't got that debate dog in me anymore. Kind of gay. It's also like I kind of don't see the point in it. Like, yeah, I could understand like converting like a handful of people here and there. Have I ever played Persona? Yeah, I've played them. I'm waiting for the remake of Persona 4 to come out, and I'm probably going to stream that when it does. Well, maybe not, because it's in January, and I don't know if I'm going to be on the internet anymore in January. What? Just stop it? What was I saying? But I don't really understand, like, the whole... Like, this is the thing. I find it way easier to convince people of stuff in real life. I'm starting to think that maybe that's the easiest thing. Starting to realize, like, online is kind of, kind of just a pit of cope. It is just kind of a cope, place of cope. Which is okay in certain senses. I just don't particularly enjoy it most of the time. What the fuck is this? What does steel do? Like, steel was actually a really good thing in Final Fantasy X. I don't really remember this game. Final Fantasy X, there was like these random little upgrade materials that you'd have to get. Or not even upgrade. I think they were just to craft weapons and stuff. And you could manipulate the game to just give you infinite amounts of like these lightning crystals and shit. What the fuck is that? It just slats a damn robotic oarfish. Oh yeah, right. Persona 3 is my favorite best soundtrack so far. Yeah, I don't really like jazz. And everything's kind of jazzy on Persona. Like, it's okay. Works with the game. I just don't like it. My favorite, like, soundtrack to any game that I've played is probably Expedition 33. The Expedition overall has probably become my favorite game. I kind of wish I had streamed my first playthrough of it. So are we ever gonna get to the fucking Are we just climbing floors? Okay, there we go. Gonna try it out. So good thing I didn't lay out some spoilers then, because I can get deep in that game's story. You come this far, you think it'd go no. That game's a good game to just not know anything about it when you play it the first time. Oh no. What is the thing that I had? Use this. Alright, we got fucked up. I wasn't even paying attention. It doesn't matter. This should take about. Yeah, we're good. Hello. One game I keep trying to get into right now is Gothic. I think that'd be a fun game to play, but I have to like you have to know what you're doing. It's one of those old RPGs where you have to know what you're doing for it to be entertaining to watch. Otherwise, it's just me roaming around for like 3 hours. Yeah, so this is the tower mission. This is like a dragon at the end, or one of the parts of the game where you have to fight this dude. Like, I actually stopped playing the game for 2 weeks because I couldn't beat this fucking boss that would one-shot you, and there's no way around it. And it's one of those RPGs where if your main character dies, then it's just over. And he always would target my main character. So I had to come up with a way of like making sure he doesn't get one shot. But then sometimes he would try to one shot my main character and then go directly into another attack and then just immediately attack my main character again right after that. So it's one of those retarded fights. That shit pissed me off. Just terrible fucking game design. What are we doing? How long are we waiting on this elevator? Really don't like how there's no save points anywhere. I know there's an alternate route where you can like sneak past them, but I don't give a shit. I can't fight you. Oh well. You can go ahead and signal us when it's safe to. What are you talking about? What? Wait for the shoulder. Oh my god, dude. I don't like this. Oh my fucking god, dude. Whatever. Oh, god damn it. Danganronpa is a good series as well. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Motherfucker. Hell, today was one of those days, like, I don't pay attention to holidays and shit, and I found out, oh, today's Father's Day. So, and, like, I realized that. Oh my god, it put me all the way back at the fucking beginning. Oh my god, dude. Can we flee? No. You little bitch. Alright, we're gonna be here a while. Oh my god, how do you miss? Tifa's gotta be like... Oh my god, what are you doing? What is happening right now? And you just crit at the worst possible time. Oh my god, dude. You shut the fuck up, Barrett. Oh my fucking Christ. Okay. I think I understand it now. I fucking hate this shit. Same with Juneteenth. I didn't even know Juneteenth happened. Of course, with my job, I don't get holidays off usually. Oh, shit. He didn't even go to his second form. You live where it's founded? I live where, you know... people... like, this is the thing. I live around a lot of black people, and none of them give a shit about Juneteenth. At all. It's actually kind of funny. What is this level 14 Fury thing? Alright. Come on, motherfucker. We gotta do 2 sets of these bitches, too. Jesus Christ, and these motherfuckers are running. Oh, fuck. Alright, you stupid bitch. Don't you fuck me on this. Okay. Jesus Christ, dude. What's up here? What's down here then? Got a save spot? I don't like this. This is like a bad sign in a Final Fantasy game. Sometimes you're going to have to come back here and talk to one individual fucking AI. And sometimes if you talk to them, they're just going to fucking throw you in a jail cell. Oh, great. Sweet. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, I just went up all these stairs for nothing. Because there's something I have to do at the downstairs. Hey, Marshall. The thing is, too, like the game asked me if I want to do a stealth run or an aggro run, and I was like, you know, fuck stealth. And it's still making me do stealth. Alright, I'm just gonna assume that all that stuff means is that there's... Okay. Don't fucking throw me in prison. I remember seeing your face before you knew here. Yeah, I'm kind of in a hurry. That's too bad. Wait, hold on. What else did you have to say? Things. Wipe that stupid look off your face. I was only going to teach you how to get to the next floor. Okay. The higher-ups in the company use the floors above the 60th floor, but you can't get it there without a key card. Get a key card, and you can use the elevators freely. Voila. Hear that sound? And the door opens. Just remember, there are different types of card. One key card alone won't let you go everywhere. For example, key card 60 only takes you to 60th floor. Key card 65 only takes you to the 65th floor. Okay, well, this is pretty basic. Okay, you got a key card? Even employees can't access floors above 60 without a key card. Where's the key card? Who's... Oh, wait, shit. What's that? Nope. You got a key card? I heard it's a ruckus downstairs. You don't even worry about that. Okay, so you're just gonna repeat the same thing as that. It's the lounge above. Us or special force of the company bigwigs. It's tough at her work. Okay, I don't care. Where's my key card? Did she give me a key card? The hell are you? Where's Eris? How did you know that name? You must be that kid, the receptionist. I was... Okay. I mean, she's not. It's someone else. Okay. So where the fuck is the key card? Was I just supposed to talk to him or her? They unlocked the fucking door? Nope. Oh, okay. I just had to not I just had to be quiet. What the fuck is in here? Okay. Tell you what, you can guess the password. I'll give you the key card. Guess the password, and I'll give you a key card. Get it on the first try, and I'll even throw in a special item. Password for what? You speak to the mayor. A password. Oh, I get it. He's got way too much time on his hands, but you can't really blame him. Everything in Midgard is controlled by the president of Shinra. Maybe I can help you. Well, yeah, I want some help. Sure, sure. All right. Public servant. It's my job to serve the needs of the people. So here's a hint. For 500 fucking fuck you. On this floor, there are 4 research libraries for 4 different sections of Shinra Inc. Parts of the password are hidden in each of the libraries. Pay careful attention to the files in each room. The name of each library is written on the plaque outside the door. You know, I could do this. Or I could do this absurdly complex and convoluted puzzle. Could do that, or I could use my to stay consistent with the theme of what the debate was earlier. I could just use yeah, I got it. It's Mako. What? Okay, well, good thing I wasn't using witchcraft. Well, that's what you get for using witchcraft, I guess. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go through all the options then. I do appreciate that option as well. So for 65, so does that mean, can I go through 63? Okay, I can. What is this? You have opened 3? Okay. I suppose I can only open 3 doors. Power pin at 4 slots. All materia. There's a 4 slot. Okay, it's a bangle. Ooh, jeez. No, this would be good for probably Aerith or something. You open 3 doors. If you have access, you can bring in the process from the top. One more time. Well, I want... Oh, Lord. So 3, 1, 2, 3, that would lead me to a dead end. 1, 2, 3 leads me nowhere. Like, I want the fucking star pendant. After you exchange Q... Oh, well, great. That's fantastic. Let's get out of here. What's over here? The gym. I can get my damn gains before I go up. There we go. That's what I was looking for. What the fuck? Okay, I was about to say. I really wish I could have gotten that all material. I wish I could have gotten a lot more shit. There's some items in there, though. What's this? Hang on, this won't do any good. Oh, I thought it was an item. Whatever. What is the gym? What did we get? Can we do something to the gym? What we got over here? Why are you walking on a damn treadmill in a suit? That's some fucking dedication. That's some... I guess we are in a Japanese game. That's some... like, professionalism even when you're working out. Fuck you. 25 gil for nothing. I'm the head of building security, so stamina is very important to me. Yep. You must be a visitor. Feel free to use any of the open machinery. What can I do? Can I use any of this? No? Okay. I guess it was just to use that slot machine, but I already have like a fuckload of materia that I bought, so I've broke myself. Oh, shit. Alright, well, this isn't a big deal. This is my thing. Why doesn't Tifa have, like, some actual clothes on? She actually looked better when she was, kidnapped by... or she was dressed more appropriately when she was kidnapped by that fucking... that pervert. So what is this? Here's a treasure room. Do I get a key card at some point? Lets me get all this shit. This is whatever. I don't mind farming a little bit of XP. I think I've already over leveled because of how long I was stuck in that one fucking that one place, walking around in circles for like an hour. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on here. Try going in the center. Alrighty. Jesus Christ. I don't want to use my limit break. What is loco weed? Okay. Model of Midgard, a city born from Earth's Mako. So there's nothing I can do in here? Cool. This is 465. I can't go any higher than this, can I? Oh, there's something I have to do here, then. Is there a button? Wait, what? When construction of Sector 6 finished, Shinra's plans will be complete. This must be where they took her. Just confused. What exactly I'm supposed to be doing in here? Oh, great. I'd kill him. Jesus Christ. I like how I talked shit about Tifa a little bit ago. Now she's just critting and fucking one-shotting everything. What's happening? Oh, he just went stealth. Jesus Christ, another crit. Good lord. I might have been wrong. Might have been a little bit wrong there. Okay, so there's something that I have to do either on this floor or the floor below. Why is... What are you doing, Barrett? What? Barrett? Just wanted to see how much... I can one-shot him with lightning. Oh, no, don't... Oh my god, dude. You ever go to the pier? Thank you. Wait, he's not dead? Alright, I'm gonna look at it for something real quick. To solve the Midgar model puzzle to the key card 66. As it requires you to find 5 model parts scattered in the treasures across. How do I get in the fucking little rooms, defeat the enemies in the side rooms to open the treasure chests? There's no enemies. Open the lower chest. So open the lower chest. Yeah. Okay, so it's I have to open the chest in a certain order. There's no way that I ever would have imagined that I'd have to do that. In the lower... So that what do I do now? Just put the part in? Okay, so I have to walk back and forth to open chests. Okay. And this is just to make me have to continuously fight a bunch of shit. Alright, well, get out of here. Am I just accidentally getting them all right, or is that just you have to get the initial one? Yeah, you must just have to get the initial one. So then where's the whole others? So the last one will be the staircase. God damn. Alright, well. I think ice does a lot of damage. Oh, of course. It does if it actually hits. What do you want, Voltaire? What do you want, Voltaire? I see you in here. I see you, boy. Good lord. Oh, wait, did I... Hold on. Make sure. Check something real quick. Okay, well, it's not me. You've got yourself muted.
Can you hear me now, brother?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't. I was just gonna hide in the back, just to fuck with you.
Well, I have a way of seeing when people enter my house now. I have a security system now.
Well, there's no reason for that.
Yeah, there is now. Otherwise,
Sorry
some
that
Roman
happened to you.
Canadian will enter my house without me knowing.
I'm not Roman, and I don't roam much. I just sneak in the back room, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have a back room, so I had to go through the open door, Well, we know
There's
how
no
that
open
works.
door. You slide in with your mystical maple syrup technology.
You know about that?
Yeah. Mostly because you just admitted to it.
I've never made it. No. The council will not accept that.
You just
I
admitted
have to keep it. I have to secret. Anyways, what the hell game is this? What are you up to?
Final Fantasy VII, and I can't put the last piece into this fucking puzzle. Oh my god, why isn't this working? Place in the center module.
I have a movie on for my grandfather. It says 60. It's his 73rd birthday.
Damn.
And that's a good. It's Behind Enemy Lines with that Wilson guy, Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know movies.
Fair enough.
I don't know names of stuff. I forget names of things very, very often. If I don't, this is the thing. Like, I don't keep things categorized in my head very well. Like, if I remember your name after about 6 months, that's usually a good sign. If I remember your name after about a week, that's a really good sign. If I remember your name from the first time you tell me, then,
Well, it's a good thing my name is not is not Voltaire, because you might never remember Voltaire.
Well, you know, it took me about 8 months to remember your name. Why can't I put this fucking piece in here?
Can you hear the movie in the background?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it disturbing?
It's a little annoying.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, but I'm a little annoying. And you...
Yeah, that's why you get muted sometimes.
Well, I usually get muted because I go overboard, but yeah. Why can't you fit the piece in there, bro?
I don't know. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
It actually doesn't make any sense. You're just gonna look at it?
I'm seeing what I'm doing wrong.
You gotta get your giant crest stretchers, and you just stretch that shit into place.
Wait, did I already solve the puzzle? Oh, okay, that's the problem. I wasn't reading what I was opening. I already solved the puzzle.
Well, all right. That's worse than what I do. What the fuck, man?
I need to go
You gotta be
save.
better. You gotta.
I need to go
you gotta
save.
be
I don't
better
want to
than
redo that.
me.
I'm getting fucking attacked in the staircase now.
I think that's the worst part of Couture, unless I said this already, is that you gotta remember to save all the time.
Yeah, but it's easy on that game. You just press F5 and you're done.
Yeah, but you gotta actually remember to save, right?
It's not difficult to remember to press one button. If you can't remember to press one button, then you should be playing video games.
Well, no, it's the remembering part, right? It doesn't matter the simplicity of how it's done.
Yeah, if you can't remember to press one button every once in a while,
For fucking sakes.
then you know you shouldn't be playing a fucking game.
All right, well, I don't play on the computer like you do.
Well, you should probably get good then.
I'm already good, just not a computer good.
Yeah, those are two separate categories. And if you're not on the computer, if you're not playing PC, then you're just in a whole separate underclass.
Well, no, you're in the underclass.
What are you talking about? I can play whatever the fuck I want with any way that I
console
want.
Players.
And better graphics than you.
Better graphics. You have to get a new fucking graphics card every once in a while.
Hey, you got to get a whole new console and pray that they don't fuck it up.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, you remember the Xbox, Red Ring of Death. You remember the PlayStation have a shitty graphics card that barely worked until they made a new version of it.
Actually, I do remember the Xbox Red Ring of Death, because I got it like when I bought one brand new, and then I got a refurbished one, and then like 2 days later it did that, and
Yeah, I never had to worry about that.
yeah, that was a strange time. Like, you can't just fucking make your shit proper. You get the like there's an actual sign. You're the system's like, fuck, I'm dead.
Yeah, because they're
That's
consoles
wild.
and they're gay.
And isn't a computer a console?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh fuck! What? I just walked back. As I'm walking by the door, I'm like, "Isn't a computer a console?" And she just says, "No."
Exactly. I mean, that's just a statement of fact. Like, I could even agree with the French when they say that.
I need to tell her that. Hey, babe. He can even though you're French, he can agree with you. She says, "All right."
What am I supposed to do here? Why do they not tell me basic shit like what are the puzzles that I need to do? Having another executive meeting, I wonder, okay, so maybe I have to listen into the meeting? How do I do that? Through the vents? Where are the vents? Is there a vent? Is this a vent?
What event?
We gotta worry about it. What am I supposed to do? I can't even get out of this room now. What is go? I can't even move. This is why we saved the game. There we go. Finally. Oh my lord. Okay, what do I'm cheating now because I don't even know. Head to the washroom to the far left corner. Step inside the other. Okay, I guess I got to go to the bathroom. What fucking?
All right, I'll let you have your privacy. I'm gonna slide out the same way I slide in. Later, brother.
Yeah. Really? This happens? What are you talking about right now?
No, I leave. I can't leave.
Here, I could help you with that.
There you go. Get rid of me.
Well, I'm not going to get rid of you. You got to figure out how to escape on yourself, but I will put
for
you over
fuck's
here.
sake.
There. That handles that. Geez, that's a lot of suits. We have the damage estimates for Sector 7, considering those factories were already set up. And all the investments, the damage is estimated at approximately 10 billion gil. Jesus Christ, give me some of that. Reeve, the estimated cost to rebuild Sector 7 is... We're not rebuilding. What? We're leaving Sector 7 as it is. And restarting the Neo-Midgar plan. Then the Ancients. The Promised Land will soon be ours. I want you to raise Mako rates to 50% in every area. Rate height. Tra-la-la. And please include our space program in the budget. Oh, good lord, they're getting real excited about that. Need to check something real quick. Hell, let's see what's going on. Other places real quick. The confluence is probably off right now. JS is watching what looks like Joe Biden's kid. I don't give a shit about that. Confluence even still on.
First, the data centers are absolutely.
Well, they're talking about how soccer's gay, which is true. It does not need to be debated. Reva's car will divide the extra income from the rate increase. Okay, we get it. You got tax increases. Why are we here? Sir, if you raise the rates, the people will lose confidence. Get over it. It'll be all right. The ignorant citizen won't lose confidence. They'll trust Shinra Inc. even more. I don't know about that. That dirty motherfucker. President Shinra, Hojo, how's the girl? As a specimen, she is inferior to her mother. I'm still in the process of comparing her to her mother, Iflana. For now, the difference is 18%. How long will the research take? Probably 120 years. It's probably impossible to finish in our lifetimes, or in the lifetime of the specimen, too, for that matter. Geez, well, maybe try a little bit harder. That's why we're thinking of breeding her. Good Lord. Then we could create one that could withstand our research for a long time. Jesus fucking Christ. What about the Promised Land? Won't it hinder our plans? That's what I need to plan. The mother is strong and yet has her weaknesses. What? That includes our meeting. I mean, hell, even that, the harlot that's in there, Scarlet, something stinks. Sorry, that's Barrett. We try to get him to take showers, but he just doesn't do it. They were talking about Eris, right? I don't know. Probably. Let's follow him. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do this. Oh my god, dude. Alright, so now what? Is there not a key card somewhere? Anywhere? Hello? Where's the fucking key card? It just automatically lets me go to the next floor. I didn't get a key card. Oh, is he gonna magically drop one? Hojo, huh? Alright, I get it. I don't have to watch him walk at 2 miles an hour, please, for the love of fuck. This is the first time I've actually ever seen him, so that's what he looks like. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be like a boss fight. Oh, this is where the dog is, huh? Is this today's specimen? Yes, we're starting right away. Raise it to the upper level. Precious specimen. It is going to be used for a biological experiment. If what? If what, bitch? What are you talking about? Genova. What the fuck is this? Alright, calm down, dude. It's not that big of a deal. It's just like just an eyeball. Who cares? Yeah, an eyeball and some membranes. Cloud, be strong. Get up, bitch. What are you doing? See what? It's moving. It's still alive. Where's this motherfucking head? This whole thing's stupid. Let's keep going. True. True, Barrett. What's this? Poison material. That actually would be really helpful. Poison. Some of the best shit you could have. Just about any... Wait, I don't have a new gun on him? Shit. I want to put poison on him, though. Poison and restore. I don't think I put a bangle on him, though. Yeah, it's bronze. Okay, well. I think we'll put double restore on here. Then poison. Poison light. I thought that, I guess it's, I would just figure that these two combined would make a better lightning spell, but I guess it's probably like what is probably like effects. You can connect effects to, what the fuck? I didn't even go, what? We're taking Eris back, bitch. Outsiders. Should have noticed earlier, there's so many frivolous things in this world. True. Are you going to kill me? I don't think you should. The equipment here is extremely delicate. Without me, who could operate it? Whatever, dude. Then just let her out. That's right. I recommend you think of things out logically before you make any rash moves. We could just beat the shit out of you. There's that. We could just beat the shit out of you and make you do what we want you to. I bring in the specimen. Cloud help. Bitch, I can't do nothing. Lending a helping hand to endangered species. Both of them are on the brink of extinction. What the fuck? If I don't help, all these animals will disappear. What are you talking about? What the fuck? Animal? That's terrible. Heresy. Wait, well, hold up. What the fuck is happening right now? Barrett, can't you do anything? All right. Step back. Stop. What are you doing? My precious specimens. Every exam, Final Fantasy 7, yeah. What the, oh my god. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do. Let's just get, he's getting fucked up now. I don't know why he was so confident that we wouldn't be able to get her out. That was pretty easy. Good work, Barrett. Well, I don't like that. This is no ordinary specimen. This is a very ferocious specimen. He's rather strong. I'll help you out. It talked? I'll talk as much as you want later, Biss. All right, well, I remember the talking dog, so that's not a surprise. We'll take care of that monster. I don't know. I think I'd rather have Barrett. Yeah, Barrett, help. Wait, no! Fuck! Son of a bitch. Red X. Oh, whatever. You can have that name. I don't care. It's a pretty retarded name, just saying. What kind of fuck magic you got? What is this? Oh, it's AoE. Oh, great. Fucking AoE poison. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, fuck. Who was I even aiming for? He doesn't do an AoE now? Okay, whatever. Okay, that ain't doing shit. Oh, get fucking crit on, bitch. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on, so you telling me that these are pointless to kill? That's what's happening right now? Because it's starting to look like that. Yeah, it's starting to really look like that. Alright. No more killing the little things. Oh my god. Well, fuck. Great. And it's not gonna, yeah. It was basically pointless. Okay, there we go. So. Right. Shit's gonna start getting complicated now. What the fuck is this? You alright? Seems alright in many ways. I have the right to choose to. I don't like two-legged things. Man, you can't talk to Barrett like that, okay? Informed question, but a difficult one to answer. I am what you see. You must have many questions, but first, let's get out of here. I'll lead the way. Cloud, so you did come for me. I apologize for what's happening back there. I was merely acting to throw Hojo off guard. Now we've saved Eris, ain't no need to be in this building, so let's get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Let's go. I think I want Barrett and Red. Did I change out Cloud? No. Yeah, I think I like this group. This is the patriarchy group. Red examination. All right, what do you got? You need some. Fire and ice, lightning, all. All effects are paired with magic. So let me just make sure there. We'll be going to the first. We'll be going first. Meet at 64. Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, dude. Just stop. Get me out of here. I could have sworn I remembered like something way different happening. I thought we had to escape like on the rooftop or something. I don't remember. The 66th floor elevators where they were talking about. Okay. Who the fuck are you? Where'd your hair go? Rude. Would you press up, please? Turks must be a trap. Well, where did where did Barrett the dog go? All right, well, I just got ganged up on. How do they trap us? I've destroyed so much shit in this place. I built so much. I destroyed so much shit in this whole place, and I get trapped. Where's Aerith? I don't know why I keep calling her Aerith. "66 elevators built to play Palpatine." Well, there's way more than 66 elevators. President Senior, she's the last surviving ancient. What the fuck is an ancient? Why were you trying to breed an ancient with a dog? You know, they called themselves the Cetra and lived thousands of years ago. Now, so they're elves. Now they are just forgotten page in history. Cetra, the girl is a survivor of the Cetra? Who the fuck are you? Cetra or the ancients will show us the way to the promised land. Expecting a lot out of her. The promised land, isn't that just a legend? Red, would you actually like say something of value? Even so, it's far too appealing not to pursue. It's been said that the promised land is very fertile. If the land is fertile, then there's got to be Mako. Exactly. This is why our money-making Mako reactor isn't necessary. The abundant Mako will flow out of on its own. That is where Neo Midgar will be built. Shinra's new glory. Motherfucker, quit dreaming. Oh, really? Don't you know? These days, all it takes is for your dreams to come true. All it takes for your dreams to come true is money and power. Well, that is all for our meeting. Thanks for the evil. I don't know why you told us all that. That was kind of weird. Hold on, I got a lot to say to you. She's gonna let that dude manhandle you like that, Barrett? Why'd they put me in here with Tifa? Can we get out? Kind of, what the fuck is... Leave it to me. Cloud, you're so brave. Shut the fuck up. How about that? Grandpa. What's so funny? Nothing. Okay. I would love to leave, but I don't. So I just have to go through all their dialogue. Eris is an ancient, and her real name is, and the real name of the ancients is Cetra. The ancients know where the promised land is, and the Shinra is searching for that promised land. Okay, I get it. Promised land, blah blah blah. The Shinra believe that the promised land is full. Okay, dude, you're just repeating all that shit. And the promised land will wither away. The planet's going to get weaker. I can't just leave them be. I'm recruiting new members. Me, Tifa, Cloud, and Eris too. How about you? You're so damn boring. We're gonna repeat more shit. Eris, you're safe? And you could talk through solid steel walls? Yeah, I'm alright. I knew that Cloud would come for me. I'm talking to you. You don't have to refer to me like that. Hey, I'm your bodyguard, right? The deal was for one date, right? Oh, Tifa's getting pissed. Oh, I get it. Tifa, you're in there too? Excuse me? Shit, we're in some trouble now. You know, Eris, I have a question. What? Does the promised land really exist? I don't know. All I know is the Cetra were born from the planet, speak with the planet, and unlock the planet. And then the Cetra will return to the promised land, a land that promised supreme happiness. This all sounds kind of gay. What does that mean? More than words. I don't know. Speak with the planet. Sounds gay as fuck. Just what does the planet say exactly? It's full of people and noisy. That's why I can't make out what they're saying. You could hear it now. I only heard it at the church in the slums. Mother said that Midgard was no longer safe. That is my real mother. Someday I'll get out of Midgard, speak with the planet, and find my promised land. That's what Mom said. I thought I would stop hearing her voice as I grew up, but... Okay, so we're good now. Let's just get some sleep. Well, hey, somebody left the door open. Thanks. Get up. I guess I'll just leave by myself then. Wouldn't want to disturb your sleep. Oh, well, he got fucked up. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Can I move? Hello? Oh, now we go wake her up. Something's wrong. Look outside. There's a dude got his ass kicked. I wonder what happened. I don't fucking know, but maybe we should take the key off of him and get the hell out of him. Get the hell out of here. Thank you. Come on, Tifa, get Eris. I'll go get Barrett and the others. Come on, boys. Let's get the fuck out of here. How'd you get in? Why's the door open? I'm just that good, Barrett. Don't worry about it. The hell's going on? No mutant could have done that. I'll go on ahead. I'll clean up back here so you guys go ahead and don't get caught by Shinra. Come on, let's follow Red. Okay, well, let's do it then. Oh, shit. Well, they got themselves all kinds of fucked up. Oh, they got some fucking weird-ass teapots and demons in here. That's what happened. What the fuck is he doing? Jesus Christ, he's just fucking me up. I don't even know why I'm doing all this. It seems a little bit unnecessary. Refuse? Bitch, get your bitch ass back in that damn teapot. What the fuck is wrong with you? It just absolutely fucked up Eris, though. Jesus Christ. What are you made of, you son of a bitch? Well, figured out what happened at least. I'm happy that they unlocked the door for us. Genova specimen looks like it would to the upper floor using the elevator. Okay, so this is more so I remember. I guess we're gonna have to fight that thing. I'd like to be able to switch out for Barrett. It unequipped all my shit that was on. Shit is so fucking annoying. Alright, we're probably gonna beat this dude, and then I'm probably gonna be done for the night. Whatever this fucking piece of shit is. Like that. That. Looks like it leads up. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Thankfully, he's dropped a lot of potions on the way, though. I appreciate that. Oh, great. More teapots. So when you're only allowed to use all once. I guess cross slash would be good. My God, these dudes are fucking me up. Probably gonna use some potions. I have like a fucking 1,000 potions. Try not to use up all my mana. Oh my fucking lord, dude. How many teapots does this one got? Okay. No teapots, just some fucking slimy looking turnip bitches. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Aerith. She kind of sucks. Oh, what the fuck? Well, thanks for the limit breaker, I guess. Phoenix down, that's good. Like that. Like that every fucking day, son. Where'd I go this way? God damn it. The fuck is that? Thanks for kicking something pointless. Okay, well that kind of just worked itself out to where I've just like randomly beat up on a bunch of random fucking people. Wake the fuck up, bitch. This fight's not been going very well. Why is Tifa so fucking weak all of a sudden again? Why is this bitch so damn... God damn, dude. Quit. Stop it. I just want to beat this boss and I want to go to sleep. That's all I want to do. What time is it? So I have stuff I have to do tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to sleep soon. Good. Well, shit. Sword must be Sephiroth. Sephiroth is alive. Looks like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword. Who cares who did it? This is the end of Shinra. Huh? What do you want, you fat little fuck? You ain't going nowhere, son. Please don't kill me. Well, what happened? Sephiroth came. Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? Yeah, I saw him with my own eyes. You really saw him? Would I lie at the time like this? I heard his voice, too. He said something about not letting us have the promised land. then does that mean the Promised Land really does exist and that Sephiroth here to save it from Shinra? So he's a good guy then. Save the Promised Land? A good guy? No way. It's not that simple. I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different. Rufus, I forgot about him. Who's that? Vice President Rufus, the president's son. Let's see, can I take that sword? Oh. Where'd he go? So Sephiroth was actually here, by the way. Just who are you? I'm Cloud, ex-soldier, first class. I'm from Avalanche. Me too. Flower girl from the slums. A research specimen. What a crew. Well, I'm Rufus, the president of Shinra Inc. You're only president because your old man died. Correct. I'll let you hear my inauguration speech. My father tried to control the world with money, and that worked for him. The people believed that Shinra would protect them. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If terrorists attack, the Shinra army will help you. You look perfect on the outside, but I do things differently. It's too much to do. Like, I'll control the world with fear. It's too much to do like my old man. But a little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste good money on them. Jesus, okay. That's one way of doing it. He likes to make speeches just like his father. I mean, true. I don't know why you're telling me all this. Get Eris out of the building. What? Did I stutter, bitch? I'll explain later, Barrett. This place is a real crisis for the planet. The hell's that supposed to be? I'll explain later. Why are you arguing with me right now? Just take my word for it. I'll go after I take care of him. All right, Cloud. Cloud, I just thought of something. I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone get to the elevator. It's going to get pretty ugly from here on. We should check on our equipment. Cloud and Tifa's materia, they don't have anything that's super important. Just leave it. Do we even have the key card? No, we have to go this way. Okay. Oh, good God. I just got into the fuck. What the fuck? Well, that's not good. Oh, great. They don't have any fucking materia, and they can't reach. God damn it. So, he's pretty much useless. Guess he could use deadly waste. Mind blow? I don't want to know what the fuck that even means. Man, I can't believe I fucking... Oh, that makes me so mad that I fucking... What does this do? All right, that works. Did you use up all my fucking items? Here, use a grenade. Will that even hit him? Yeah, apparently that could hit him. Sensor cannon charging. What does that even mean? I think I better heal everybody. That was easy. I didn't even need to have my have spells. Oh my fucking god, another one. What's Ghost Hand do? Oh my fucking lord, dude. What did that even do? Oh my god, it gave him mana. What does Spiderweb do? What the fuck? Oh my god, that's what that is? Yeah, well, just use a high potion on yourself, big boy. Big boy. I'm just gonna wait and see if he gives me a... There we go. Why is he spinning around like a retard? What does Echo Screen do? Okay. There, we done now? What is Loco Weed? Wish I'd tried that. Hey, why did I... Wasn't expecting this to be such a long fucking fight. Oh, good lord. Poison his ass, boy. This fucking bitch. Man, you get the fuck on out of here. I think this barrier thing is just for, like, I'm hoping for physical damage. We'll find out in a second. Yeah. That reflected some physical damage. Let's keep using bio then. You gonna use the cat sith when you get them and do the trick to one-shot everything? Oh no, I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe I will. We'll see. We'll find out. Right there, I beat his ass. Here we go. Oh, that's what the talisman was. I think I had a better... Have a better bangle? I don't. What does spirit even do? I'm assuming that's like... Where's the fucking door? Oh, here we go. Jesus Christ. Alright, I can save now. To be honest, I probably should just end it here because I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to fucking be dragged through a bunch of talking soon. I guess we'll find out. I'll go ahead. Yeah, just leave the girl and the dog by themselves in the dangerous buildings. Surround. Yeah, if I was alone, this wouldn't be a thing. But I got a reputation to protect. You all get out while you can. It's not they. It's not you they are after. It's me. Yeah, well, that ain't happening. You got caught up in this over Marlene. Now it's my turn to help you. Okay, playtime's over, jackasses. Thank you, Mr. Barrett. Who you call him Mr. Barrett? That don't sound right. Well then, if you are through talking, may I suggest that we think a way to get out of this? Oh yeah, you're right, you're cold, man. Do something. You can use the ability game over slot. Mechanic allows you to instantly KO anything in the game, even if the weapon bosses. There's a trick to get it every time. I'll look into it. We'll see. I don't know, I might make the game too easy. Well, Sephiroth is kind of a bitch at the end. From memory. I was watching my dad fail at it for 3 days straight. He was also under leveled too. Because once he decided that he was done trying to beat his head against the wall, he went and power level till he maxed everybody out, and then he went back. What the fuck is happening right now? Where did you get the motorcycle? Jesus Christ, what is that fucking car made out of? I remember thinking this was so badass to get. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Edgelords, when I was a kid, this was, you know, wait, form party. I don't want Tifa, I want red. Menu. God, dude. Fire, sense, fire. Store. What about you, Bear? What do you got? Yeah, of course, you got nothing on you either. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, these are not good controls. These are not good controls. Oh my god, these controls are ass, dude. Quit. Just fucking stop. Fucking bitch. Quit. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Come here, you motherfucker. Come here. Quit playing games, motherfucker. Fuck off of it. No. Quit. Stop. Quit. Go away, you bitch ass motherfucker. Quit. Quit. Motherfucker. Come here. Bitch ass. Come on. Oh my god, these controls are ass. Oh my god, these controls are bad. Why did I keep playing? I should have quit while I was ahead. Oh my god, come here. Come here. You stop that. Stop. Okay, please let this be over soon. Oh, yeah, let's just change the camera angle so I could be even more confused, please. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, we figured it out. We done yet? Oh my god. Now what? Alright, now it's a fucking boss fight. What are you talking about? We turned around. Yeah, I don't understand. If they got these things, why are they sending people on motorcycles to come chase me down? Why wouldn't they just send like 3 of these bad boys? I don't think bio is going to work very well on this. We'll try. Yeah. Ow. Okay, lightning hurts bad. Fire didn't look like it did shit. Who's the most hurt, Barrett? Yeah, this is looking like a spam bolt and let the dog heal kind of fight. What the fuck? Good lord. Oh, that was easy as fuck, see? Get the fuck out of here. This is why... This is why I think it's such a good idea to buy a shitload of, like, random elemental materia. Because there are some bosses in all Final Fantasy games where all you have to do is spam one spell and you pretty much maul them. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is the end. I don't know if this is the end of disc 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure this is the end of disc 1. I don't remember it super well. Alright, so what now? We just running? Can't get back in, right? Well, let's get the fuck out of here now. Which way? Let's go. We need a leader for our journey. Of course, that could only be me. That's true. Barrett's definitely the leader. Oh, shut up, you damn simp. Motherfucker. Alright, go northeast to a town called Calm, and if something happens, we'll meet up there. Besides, we can't all be strolling around out there. It's too dangerous. Let's split into 2 parties. Well, if I had to pick, I'm definitely picking Barrett. I kind of want to take the dog. Like, Eris is actually pointless to take. I want to take the dog. Interesting. Combination. Well, have fun, boys. We'll see you at Calm. Can I save here? Where the fuck did he go? Where are we going? Are we going? Okay, we can't save on the world map. I don't know why I'm saving right here. Whatever. Didn't mean to. I want to save right here. So now this is where the game gets a little bit grindy, if I remember correctly. I think I'm just going the wrong way. I am. Yeah, this will be parts, like, I'll probably get the parts where I get, like, under-leveled and shit, and I'll have to, like, farm levels between streams. It's probably going to be another week or two before I even play this, so. I don't know. I'm probably about to finish this debate. What the fuck is that? Alright, I think I'm gonna finish this debate. Oh my god, okay. I don't know where the town is. I'm about to... Alright. I just want to see where the town is. That's the last thing I'm doing. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Y'all be waiting in the inn. Hurry and get your butt over there. We're standing right outside the door, you fucking buffoon. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna be done with this for now. I'm not gonna even bother looking for a safe spot. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and I'm gonna finish this debate, so I don't have to. So I don't want to separate it in a bunch of pieces. I'm gonna finish it. Voltaire still hasn't figured out how to leave Discord. Yeah, he doesn't even know that he's still in the Discord. He's got his mic on and shit. I don't know what he's doing. That's just what happens when when you let a Frenchman be by himself for too long. I'm gonna see what's going on.
Still muted. I'm not sure. No, I'm not muted.
Now you're not.
Lying.
Now we can hear your gay voice. Now we
Up, well, he's the Christ. Yeah, I agree. He's the Christ. Every nation had a Christ. At that
What?
time,
I don't know what the fuck was going on there. You know, one of those times where you realize, like, I don't want to actually go to sleep, but also I do have to get up in like 7 hours, even though I've been sleeping all day, and I've only been up for like what, 5 hours. I've only really been up like 5 hours. I don't know. I think I'm just done. I think I'm tired. I think today I'm ready, to be honest, I'm just ready for this week to be over. I think I'm just ready for the grand total of all weeks to end. You know, I think what I really want is for a fucking comet just come erase the planet so we could be just done with everything here. I'm kind of sick of the whole planet. You know what I mean? That's the kind of week I've had. But you know, tomorrow's the start of a different week, or I guess it's already the start of another week. Go to liturgy, go work, do the shit you got to do. That's what I'm gonna do. Y'all have a good one. See ya.